Hello, what's going on, world? It's your boy, Mr. Amalgamator. I know some of you guys looking kind of sideways because they don't know what amalgamator means, but basically that's something or somebody, as I define it, that merges two things together, who unifies things into one whole. And my life's passion is to see myself and other people merge their faith and their everyday life together as one, and to show that, you know, the people of faith, that should drive our everyday life, as well as, you know, our everyday life should reflect our faith. I think for too many people, those two things are total polar opposites. So with that, I do have also a business venture, which I hope to be bringing to you guys soon. And it's basically a TheoBiz business, and TheoBiz is basically theology and business. I do have a master's in business and getting a master's in theology, and a lot of people look at me sideways like, what do those two things have to do with each other? And I'm finding more and more every day that those two things actually complement each other a lot more, or should I say the theology side actually drives the business side with, you know, great success. Which may be shocking, but we'll talk about that later. This is my personal blog, not business blog. But I do want to give more and more people, it seems like nowadays, want to become their own entrepreneurs. Well, it reminded me of a book that I had just recently read called The Entrepreneurship Notebook, and that's by Stephen Gould. So you might want to pick that up as well. It's a decent book, and plus anybody with the last name Gold, right? You got to buy the book. He has to know about business. Last name Gold. But anyway, he points out that there's three personalities that describe all entrepreneurs, and I kind of find that true, especially when I'm talking to my coworkers about their own, you know, entrepreneurship dreams. And the three personalities are broken down right here. I'm gonna give them to you for free. Before you even go purchase the book, so you can kind of decide which one you are, because it's important to decide what kind of entrepreneurs you are to understand what kind of help you're going to need if you're just getting started, or if you have already started and you're trying to expand your business. The first type of entrepreneur is the professional entrepreneur. The professional entrepreneur is somebody that lives, dreams, and lives, breathes, and dies by entrepreneurship. Will never work in a corporate setting, or doesn't want to work in a corporate setting. If they do, they're miserable because they feel constrained. They're not really after the entrepreneurship for the money only. Obviously, that's a big motivation for anybody, but a lot of it has to do for them with the freedom and the fun that they think that entrepreneurship will bring them, the autonomy that comes with it. So those are your professionals. Then you have the pragmatic entrepreneurs, and a lot of people sleep on them because they don't look like entrepreneurs on the outside. These are usually career-oriented type people. However, they have mastered a skill in the corporate setting, and they still yearn to reach out on the side, do little side jobs, you know, as well as their corporate job, and still have that entrepreneur spirit in them. It's important that we don't sleep on these people, because one thing, if you're starting a business of any kind, it is very important that you have at least one pragmatic on your team. These pragmatic people are people that are tried and true and understand the corporate setting. You can often leverage these people for their experience. You can leverage these people for their, you know, a lot of times they have the education or the qualifications that will get you a little bit more credibility. And plus, they have done a lot of the day-to-day tasks that a lot of, you know, professionals are unaware of, or, you know, often overlook when they have their big picture entrepreneur dream. So don't sleep on them. And also, if you're a pragmatic entrepreneur, a lot of times you may not think you're an entrepreneur yourself, because you're like, I'm adverse to the risk that comes with it. That doesn't mean you're not an entrepreneur. That just means that, hey, maybe you just need to get with a professional or an inventor to push you over the edge, to give you that extra oomph to go ahead and start your own business. You have the inventors, and these are people that are slaves to their dream, and they basically are going to have their dream fulfilled or die trying. These people are often a little neurotic and often, you know, are in need of a lot of attention, But the reason why they feel that they want that attention is because these are also borderline geniuses. And they feel that entrepreneurship is the best vehicle for their genius to get out to the masses. And so they end up using entrepreneurship as the vehicle for that. The problem with the inventors, I'm sorry, is the fact that they often, when the day-to-day, business side hits their entrepreneurship venture, they often lose interest or become, scatterbrained. Right? They can't handle. They don't want the day-to-day. They want the attention that their genius brings, but they don't want to do accounting and balance checks, books, and marketing and all that other stuff. So a lot of times they need to team up with, either professional or pragmatics, or preferably both. So those are the three types of entrepreneurs that are out there. Those are three types that I think encompass pretty much everybody that wants to be an entrepreneur. So I think it's best that you find out where you best fit in. I'm sure some people may have a little bit of all three in them, or a little bit of two in them. However, there's probably one that you can put yourself solidly in, and that way you can understand where your deficiencies are, and you can get with another personality type to better round yourself off.